We're covering skeletal muscles of the neck, the shoulder, and the arm. It's just a sample of some of the more superficial muscles. Hi, I'm Brad. I've been teaching anatomy for about 24 years now, trying to make it simple. There's a study guide you can click on below if you're interested in studying more into the muscular system. As I use this picture, it may not be the same as some of the charts or the models that you have, but it's beneficial to go through and practice the language as you learn the terms of the skeletal muscles that you may cover in your different courses. Now, as we look at this, I'm going to take away this key and have you practice going through the different muscles that are on this, and then I'll bring the key back to see how well you did. So as I pull this away, we're going to look at these muscles and first identify within the neck. So the most superficial neck muscle that you see here is Platysma. And Platysma is taken off on a lot of charts and models to get to the deeper muscles, specifically to look at Sternocleidomastoid because it's deeper to the Platysma. But Platysma helps me with some of my facial expressions as I pull my chin and I have that tone here. And as you get older, that's where you start to see some of that loss of the muscle tone of the Platysma. So Platysma is this large superficial muscle that would extend on the left side of this person here. So this is Platysma, but right behind it, that would come down to the manubrium of the sternum and then the clavicle and up to the mastoid process. So I'm just seeing a small portion of sternocleidomastoid because it's going from the sternum to the clavicle up to the mastoid process. So one of our major neck muscles to help to contribute with a lot of movement of the neck. So sternocleidomastoid. On the posterior side, you can see portions of the trapezius here. So this is just showing parts of the trapezius. Remember, trapezius is that major back muscle, and it originates at the occipital bone and then comes all the way down through our spinous processes of the thoracic vertebrae. But it inserts, or it has more movement when it comes over to the clavicle and the scapula at the acromion in the scapular spine to help me for a lot of my neck movements and the scapular rotation and depression. It's the one that helps us do our shrugs. So when we say our traps and go, I don't know, that's the trapezius. So as I look at trapezius, this is just a small portion on the anterior side, but it's that big trapezoid muscle on the posterior side. Then I look at Sternohyoid. So Sternohyoid, as I come down here, we're looking at Sternohyoid, and this small one is Omohyoid. So Sternohyoid, and there's two on either side, Sternohyoid, and then I have Omohyoid. And both of these help to connect to the hyoid bone to help depress it. It helps with a lot of our speech, our swallowing, our chewing. So I have sternohyoid, and there's two of them. Omohyoid, there's just showing on the right side here. As I come down, my major deltoid muscle, my deltoid, one of our stronger muscles because it's a multi-pennant muscles with tendons running through it. So all of this deltoid. As I come down here and I look at just a portion of this is part of the triceps brachii, but I can just see that lateral piece to it. So I have the lateral head here, and then as I go just a little bit inside, I can see brachialis because brachialis runs along the arm. So brachialis. And then I have biceps brachii. So biceps brachii has two heads. The lateral head is the long head. So this is long head of biceps brachii. This is short head. Remember, there's two heads because the short head's going up to the coracoid process, and then the long head's going up along the supraglenoid tubercle. So those two have two different heads, two different origins, but it comes down and inserts at the radial tuberosity. So biceps brachii, brachialis, and then this is just a portion of the triceps brachii that we'll look at in another video. So brachialis is in the middle of those two. So this is just a quick little snapshot. And then when I come over and look at the large convergent muscle, pectoralis major, deep to that would be pectoralis minor. And then coming down here, I can see serratus anterior because it's serrated like a steak knife. So serratus anterior. So pectoralis major and serratus anterior. So serratus anterior is the one that helps to help move the shoulder forward. So as I'm pushing or protracting, and if I'm throwing punches, I'm using part of my serratus anterior to do that. So that was a quick review. I'm going to bring back the key, take a look at this, and see how you did. So we'll go through this quickly. Superficial Platysma, right behind it, deep to it, is sternocleidomastoid, but I'd see this coming down right below or deep to my platysma. Then I have a small portion of trapezius. Remember our two hyoid muscles, sternohyoid, because it's coming down at the sternum, omohyoid, it's going over to the scapula. And then I have my large shoulder muscle, deltoid. I have pectoralis major. And then looking at my triceps and biceps, so I have triceps brachii. This is just showing the lateral head, but I'd have long head, medial head. Brachialis is in between the two, triceps and biceps. Biceps has two heads, biceps brachii. Long head is the lateral head, short head is the medial head. And then what looks like a serrated knife, serratus anterior. So this is just a quick review of looking at neck, shoulder, and arm muscles.